So FaZe sent me some giant, I guess drop Kappa. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I don't even know what Kappa is, but we got a cool collab with them. I'm gonna assume that they're a big fucking deal. I have FaZe Clan Kappa socks. We got some clothes. Here's the hoodie. I don't know what else is in here. I'm not about to open up all this. Are these shoe boxes? Dude, they gave me slides. I don't usually wear slides, but oh, it's a size 9. Perfect. Whoever has my shoe size, thank you. Yeah, keep on talking shit about little feet, blah, 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 but you ain't gonna see me on Rust once that shit comes out. Just wait until I actually start sniping, man. Wait until all this Damascus bullshit blows over and I have that shit and I'm able to run around and actually really practice and refine my craft. You'll see. There's a fanny pack. There's another pair. I don't feel like pulling all this shit out of there, but basically it's a thing with like boxes and shit in it. Oh, thank you. I have clothes and random shit show up to my house all the time, and I have no idea where half of it comes from. I know where it comes from, obviously, but like, I have no idea it's coming half the time. The one hoodie I was really looking forward to that I never even got, even though Banks tweeted at me and he said that he would send me 5. I don't need 5, you know what I'm saying. But I wanted to get that Lyrical Lemonade FaZe Clan collab because I love the design on the fucking thing, but I never got it. I didn't expect to get this Kappa shit because I'm assuming it's like hypebeast shit or whatever the fuck. I don't know. This stuff is expensive. So I ended up getting this PKM golden. So that's all done. This golden LMG. Now I gotta work on the SA87, I think it's called. Yeah, SA87. This PKM shit, it was a nightmare to use this shit, I'm gonna be honest. To be fair, I tried to use it in Shoot House, but I realized over time, I've never been outgunned in Call of Duty more than I have been outgunned on this game in particular. Number one, I notice a huge difference between the aim assist on other guns versus like assault rifles and shit like that. It felt like, man, these guys are really good. They got shots down and stuff like that. The time to kill's real fast and all this other stuff. And then when I started using it myself, I started realizing that like this game allows you to snap on the targets easier, and I don't know how or why. I'm gonna assume it has something to do with aim assist. It's not aiming for you, but I swear people are more accurate on this game. ADS speed on this game is just everything. Honestly, I've even contemplated just like throwing on some crazy ass lasers just to help my hip fire, cause there's no way, especially against a lot of these SMGs, especially on smaller maps like this. Also, considering flinch, it's just the ADS and sprint out speeds on this game. I know that there's been like testing done and shit like that, and from what I know, it's like average or it could be slightly faster or whatever, but man, I swear most of the time it's because my gun just is not coming up fast enough. Obviously, as a sniper, I feel that all the time, but with other weapons that just don't ADS fast enough or have the sprint out speeds and shit like that, and it's like, okay, don't sprint. That's just not how the other Call of Duties work. It's just not. Like, I have never lost so many close range fights all because I'm not using a close range weapon. It's crazy to me. Before, you were able to just kind of deal with it. You were at a disadvantage, but it wasn't like extremely apparent that this guy was gonna beat you because of your range. Basically, I always try to play like aggressive with every single thing I possibly can, but this game, it's tough. It forces you to try to play to your gun strengths, and apparently I'm not so great at that. Because there have been so many times where like I'll be on target with the other guy. It's not about me missing or me shooting second or anything like that. It's just about straight up my gun just loses. Shit, that PKM, I have lost to the M4 a countless number of times using that PKM, and this is after nerfs. SA87 feels closer and closer to like an AR, but it still feels slow, and I definitely don't want to press people that close with it, but shit feels slow. It just does. Oh, also I took overkill off of all my classes, replaced it with quick fix. I'm the type of player that switches the class in the middle of the game because I can. I want to try to utilize that as much as possible instead of just having my class and then just dealing with it. Like, for example, if I go into a game with quick fix and there's just a bunch of explosives and I wish that I had EOD, before you would just kind of have to deal with it or just leave the lobby or whatever, or you would have to have another class waiting for you. On this game, I just go into my classes, just throw on EOD, just boom, customize, and we're back in. I'm the type of player to completely change my class over to what exactly that lobby needs. Before, you would just make an all-purpose class. Now it's like, it is actually deeper. Dude, okay, other people are struggling with this too. Good job. I was gonna say good job, Pig Venus, but what the fuck? Dude, everyone has Ghost on. Oh, I get this horrible false sense of security every time I turn that on. Every time I put that UAV on, I'm like, oh, we're finally gonna see, and then there's literally one dot. I feel like I need to just start hitting myself with real life stims in order to actually keep me up with this kind of shit. He's shooting the wrong button. Maybe my sensitivity is too high, but I'm definitely not missing. I hear every single hit marker. I just died before they do. I'm not even crying and complaining about it for myself. I'm just like mentioning how different it is from the other Call of Duties. It's weird, man. I like it. See, that's the type of stuff that you adapt to, not just deal with. I'm about to start spending an entire day without sprinting at all, and just see if I just stay ADS'd, if I can win a lot of these engagements. Brought out a riot shield. Okay, see, watch this. If he wants to troll, we're gonna swap over to the Molotov, so the next time that we die, we'll be able to just throw that there, and he won't be able to disrupt us. Oh, God left. I have noticed that the footsteps have been much better. They're not nearly as loud, and there's a lot of people that, like, I just won't straight out just hear and be able to just kill because of that. And it further presses people to try to all use the same classes and shit and just keep using the same cheesy OP bullshit. It just presses everybody in that direction because the other guns just don't compete with each other. They just don't. They just buffed that FAL. I'm not gonna go and say that it's OP or some shit. All I'm saying is that the LMGs are ass. I've used them so far. They're fucking bad. Unless I just don't have the correct attachments and shit yet, but I had a fully decked out PKM and it just... I basically turned the thing into an assault rifle as close as I can. Took the fucking stock off of it. Short barrel. I did everything. 36 kills. That's one of the better games, but trust me, if I play against better players that are like SMG gods, that are fucking running around and shit, sweating their asses off with all the highest, like, sprint speed and all that other bullshit that comes out, it's crazy how hard it is to actually deal with it. I never had that problem before. I'd never had this problem where people pressing me were too fast. It was weird. Too fast for my gun, I should say. There's a whole bunch of level 155s now. I mean, technically, level 155 is the equivalent to what? Being like 3rd prestige or whatever? Around that or whatever. So, I mean, yeah, that seems about average at this point. We've been 155 for quite a few days at this point, but before you could kind of tell when you're joining the lobby and you're like, ah, shit, there's some 155s in here. In a reasonable amount of time, honestly. I don't think it would take that long. Damascus, on the other hand, yeah, Damascus. I know people that have way more guns done than I do, and I don't know how they did it, but it was like the other people that went for Exclusion Zone and Chrome and all that other shit. The people that ended up getting the shit within like a fucking week or whatever. I have no idea how the fuck they did any of that, but also I've been doing everything in core, but I don't think that makes too big of a difference. I don't want to touch hardcore on this game at all. Don't want to touch realism, don't want to touch none of that shit. Cannot stand those modes. I already die. Core on this game is hardcore from other CODs. I was wondering where that guy's head was. That guy was on some extreme angle shit. Man's holding Rainbow Six angles and shit. I just can't wait until I use literally the best weapons in the fucking game. It's gonna be so good. That MP7, the M4, the fucking everything, man. It's gonna be so good. Like, look how quickly I get a VTOL as soon as I get this SMG. What was that? I always get so fucking freaked out whenever my PC just starts making these weird noises like something disconnected and I haven't done anything. I was saying, as soon as I picked up that SMG on a map where SMGs excel, I just fucking blew through people and just got a VTOL just like that. Now, obviously, it's just a VTOL or whatever, but way better than what the fuck was going on before I ended up picking up that SMG. Like, trying to use LMGs on this map is just, it's a nightmare. But the thing is, I can't really tell if I want to deal with the nightmare to reap the benefits of being able to have the faster paced games with more kills and more opportunity versus going into ground war and hoping that I can find 20 people. I've dropped high kill games, but a lot of it is due to my kill streaks helping a lot as well. That is gotta be... that has to be the worst thing I've ever seen. I literally just ran past 2 claymores into a 3rd claymore over... Yeah, footsteps are much better. I'd say it's more in line with the older CODs now. You definitely hear people sprinting. You can definitely hear people moving around and stuff. But right there, like, I knew the guy was coming, but I wasn't entirely sure of how close he actually was at all. Before, I would have been able to hear him spawn, talk to his teammates. I literally am in my spawn. Why do I have to worry about somebody being behind me in my spawn? I don't care if this is a small map. The spawns are terrible. I don't care if it's considered a small map. This is normal size in normal Call of Duty. According to Exclusive Ace, he made a video and basically said that the nerf to the 725 is technically a buff. It's a lot less consistent, but it actually has an even longer range than it did before this patch. So what they did for this whole range nerf was actually tighten the spread of all the pellets. So if they do actually land on you though, you will die from an even further distance from before. I've just been running around with my my Desert Eagle or whatever with what I have on it anyway. It's only level 22. I haven't really fucked with the sidearms, but I'll have to get to him eventually because oh man, I have to do the challenges for him. It's gonna be so bad. Wish me luck. It is a nightmare. It really is. I mean, I could try to do ground war today. I think I'm gonna try to do ground war today. Maybe that'll be better for my mental here, because I am getting real. I have like 8 or 9 different things that are gold, and then like 2 or 3 different sets of things that are platinum or whatever the fuck. The real grind is once it gets to the SMGs and ARs especially. That's the real grind. And then, oh man, and having to do all the launchers and shit, and then people are gonna wonder why the fuck I'm RPGing them, and then they're all gonna throw their EOD on and it's not gonna work. I hope Damascus is worth it. I really do.